Hi, this is Terry Edwards from Make More Placements. We're the company that recruitment and search business owners come to if they want to generate more business, increase their sales, and welcome to today's Recruitment Fuel. This is a daily podcast. It's the daily fuel for your mind. Your thinking is your number one factor for your business success. If you want to make more placements and serve more of your market, you're going to have to think and behave in a certain way. The purpose of these podcasts is to help you become the number one recruitment or search business in your niche. I want to go back about 5 years ago. I was sitting on the motorway in the rental car about 10 miles from Heathrow Airport in London. I'd already been there about 30 minutes. I needed to get to the airport, return the car before catching a flight to Atlanta, USA to speak at a major recruitment event. As the minutes ticked away on the dashboard clock, I became increasingly worried that I was going to miss the flight. If I didn't make the flight, I was probably going to miss the event. I was the first speaker on the first day. I started to think about perhaps moving from the fast lane over to the hard shoulder so I could get off the next exit. Now, the pros for this plan, it would take me about 10 minutes. I would make the flight. The cons, it might keep emergency vehicles from being able to get through if there was an accident ahead. Plus, moving from where I was now, the lane I was in now, to go to the hard shoulder was pretty risky. Oh, by the way, driving on the hard shoulder is also illegal as well. Anyway, I waited another 10 minutes just to see. And as I was waiting, a police officer who seemed incredibly young walked over to me and tapped on my window, and he was talking to, he'd previously been speaking to a few other drivers. And he came over to me and said, "Hey, listen, buddy, there's been a head-on collision ahead, so we're closing the motorway." Now, I was pretty upset. I explained that I had a flight to get and I was speaking at an event in the USA, and I was hoping that he'd go, "Yeah, sure, you can use the hard shoulder then." In a compassionate and yet non-judgmental voice, the police officer said, "I know it's going to be hard for you to miss your flight, but at least you're alive. I'm not so sure about the people in the crash ahead." I've never felt so selfish as I did in that moment. As it happened, I did miss the flight. As it also happened, the organizer was able to change the event, change the schedule rather for the speakers, and I was able to speak on the second day. The point of the story is this: there were rules for a reason. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of working with thousands of recruitment and search business owners from around the world. And some of them have rules. Rules or laws are a set of explicit or understood regulations or principles governing the conduct of their particular business. Rules and laws are guidelines for how people should behave. They're based on ideas of what's right and what's wrong. Without rules, society would be actually chaotic, wouldn't it? People would do whatever they wanted to do when they wanted to do it. It would lead to violence and crime as well. As a recruitment and search business owner, do you have rules, laws that you will never break under any circumstances? Here are some of the rules and laws that some of the recruitment and search firms I've worked with have, and I thought I'd share them with you. Number one, minimum fees, regardless of the salary that you're working at. I worked for a major search firm many, many years ago. They had a minimum fee at the time, and I'm going back 20 plus years ago, of £17,000. That was their minimum fee, regardless of salary. Two, only work on exclusive agreements, exclusive with cancellation or retained. If the client's not prepared to work on those two, walk away. Three, before you start the assignment and agree to work with the client, you have the dates that the client will interview and the dates that the client booked into your calendar. The client will give you feedback on the assignments. Four, when working on an assignment, if a client doesn't return a voicemail or an email within 2 working days, then you cease work on the assignment until the client returns the call. 6, only work with clients who want to operate on what's called a win-win basis. Anything is unacceptable. Simply ask the client, "Mr. or Mrs. Client, I'm looking to work with you on a win-win basis. Is that okay with you?" If they say it's not, run as quickly as you can. 7, only chase potential candidates with 1 phone call and 2 emails. If they don't respond after that, they're clearly not interested. Move on. 8, if clients or candidates display any signs of dishonesty, lack of integrity, drop them with a thud. 9, surround yourself with the best people who operate at the highest level. If you're the smartest, most successful in your group, you need to leave that group. They're just a few of the rules that some of our recruitment and search firm owners have right now. What about you? What rules do you have that are non-negotiable? Look, please feel free to share this video with other recruitment and search firm owners who are looking to grow their business. If you would like some help in growing your business, please go to makemoreplacements.com. This is Terry Edwards for Make More Placements. Until next time, take care, take action, be relentless.